What's going on, guys? I'm here with my brother-in-law, Ricky. He's right there. And if you guys remember, this is Aniioki. The other day, he was riding with a flat tire, and somehow the tire was rubbing up against the motor cable, and it completely just shaved off a good piece of this. So since this isn't too difficult, I figured I might as well record it, and maybe if other people experience this problem too, it could help someone else out. So like always, this is not a tutorial, this is just what I'm doing, and we're gonna see if it works out. My plan is to cut off both these connectors, and for the phase wires, I'm gonna put the phase wires on these bullet connectors. And then for the hall sensors, I'm just gonna add new connectors on the hall sensors. So let's get to work.
How long do you think it'll work for? Like, do you think eventually I'm gonna have to?
Should work forever.
One thing at a time, right? But yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, it should be good.
For sure, for sure.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna cut off this connector. There might be a better way to do this, but this is gonna be my way. There's someone in the comments that's always gonna say I should have done this, or should have done that. But this is my way of doing it. I'm just cutting as close to the connector as possible so we can have room to work with the wires. Also, it'll be too short. So next up, I'm gonna expose all those phase wires and the hall sensors in this cable.
Yeah, when I seen this and I was looking at it, I said, dude, I might have to get me a whole different motor. I was like, if that's the case, I'm just gonna upgrade. Right?
Yeah, Ricky was worried that he's gonna have to get a whole new motor, but I took a look at the connectors and I think it's not too bad. We don't gotta spend all that money. See, now we just exposed the 3 phase wires, which are green, blue, and yellow, and 6 hall sensor wires, which are the little small ones. And now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Okay, so I finished stripping all the wires, as you can see, and I just used these wire strippers. Next up, for our phase wires, I'm gonna put on 10 to 12 gauge bullet connectors. I already did one of them, and it looks like that. So I'm just gonna do another one right here. Insert it, and then just clamp it down. Just like that, and it's on there. So I'm gonna continue doing that on the motor side, and then I'm gonna use the female bullet connectors on the controller side. Okay, I finished putting on my bullet connectors, and it's gonna match up nicely. Just go like blue to blue right there. Bam, perfect. So now I gotta worry about these hall sensors, and right here I have my basic electrical kit. It comes with connectors and some pins. So you got some males and females in here. I'm gonna put the pins on our hall sensors and then just put a connector on it, a 6-pin connector, wherever that might be. We got a 6-pin connector right here. And yeah, this is gonna be for our hall sensors. All right, on the controller side, I got the female connector, and on the male side, I do not yet, but I do have the pins. And what we wanna do is when we put these pins in, we just wanna make sure they're gonna match up with the colors of the wires on the female side, or vice versa. All right, we got the plugs and we got the connectors. Everything is ready to go. So there is a downside risk to this, and I just gotta say it. This is not waterproof. So the way I'm gonna, I guess, mitigate that, because he does ride in the rain sometimes, is probably just use a bunch of electrical tape and then maybe cover it with some type of cable sleeve. Not sure yet. But for now, I just want to get the motor running. And some of you guys might ask why I didn't find a replacement connector for this. Well, it's because I could not find a replacement connector for this. So this is the fastest way to get going, because I know there's parts from China you can order, but this is his main ride. So we want to get him up and riding as quickly as possible. So we're just gonna plug everything together and see if it runs. Just connecting the phase wires right now. And now our hall sensor plug. All right, I'm sorry about the noise because we got the landscapers here, but everything's connected and we're gonna see if the rear wheel works. So just tilt that bike and see if the rear wheel works.
Like pick it up and just sit there?
No, tilt it on the kickstand.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, there you go. See, make sure the front's not on.
That's the back.
All right. Yeah, buddy, it's working. All right, guys, this is how it looks. So I wrapped some orange electrical tape around it just to make it a little bit more protective with the weather. And it looks a little funny, but you know what? It's fine. I didn't have black electrical tape, so this will work. Eventually, we'll put some type of sleeve on this. The plug is kind of bulky now, so I did not want to put this on the inside where it could rub up against the tire again. So I think right here is perfectly fine, to be honest. So now I'm just gonna have Ricky test ride it, and we'll have him test out the different speeds and see if everything's all right. Go ahead and just test it up and down the street and see if it works, and see if you can get those high speeds again. Damn, I can hear his spokes. Sounds like his spokes are loose too.
That's just the rear motor, and it's working. That's when we were working now. Should I run both motors?
Yeah, just run both. Before it felt really slow with one motor, right?
In comparison to two, yeah.
Yeah, so C2 now, just see if it feels back to normal. Oh yeah, that pull was strong. That was a nice pull. Maybe ride over some grass or something bumpy just to make sure that it's gonna be okay with the vibrations. So there's like maybe this dirt path right here or something.
There's some speed bumps here on the side. You want me to ride through those?
Yeah. He probably shouldn't be riding over too big of a bumps right now anyways, because like I said, I think those spokes are loose. Still working?
Good, man. I think, you know, in the game.
Dude, your spokes are making a lot of noise.
The what?
Your spokes?
Is?
Yeah, I can hear it.
How do you know that they're making noise? Like, what do you mean?
It makes like a crinkling sound. Right there, let me sit on it and ride it, and then take off your helmet so you can hear it. It sounds like a crinkling sound. You hear that? You hear it, right? Yeah. I'll check it out.
What does that mean, though?
Anyways, that's a whole nother problem. For this video, we were just worrying about that motor cable. All right, guys, I'm gonna go see what's up with those spokes, but that's gonna be it for this video. Looks like we got the bike working again, so that's, that's a win. And like I said, there's always gonna be a better way to do it, a more professional way. I could have gotten the right connector, but we were on a time crunch and we worked with what we got. So if you guys have any comments, leave them down below. Please give this video a thumbs up and a like, subscribe if you want, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.